Righty-ho, folks. Welcome to this live stream. It's Cam Hawkins here from Trading Nut. Thank you for joining me. I'm just going to wait for guys to join the stream. And to start off with, if you are here and can hear me, can you just put a Y in the chat, please, just so I can know that the mic's working. I actually haven't done one of these for a while without having these headphones in, because usually I've got someone on the other end, but this is all going to be me. Pohai got the songs got you. The song at the start got you moving. Yeah, I was actually going to change it. I don't like it. I started off liking that one. Now I don't like it. So guys, we're going to be announcing something pretty special today. You may have already seen it, but if you haven't, I'm going to go through it in a lot of detail here. So to start off with, can anyone hear me? Because I'm getting nothing in the comments here. I just want to see if you guys can hear me. Put a yes in the comments or something like that, so we can get on with it. If you're not putting yes, it probably means you can't hear me, and I'm a bit concerned about that. Brilliant, Emmanuel. Thank you very much. You got a yes in there. Okay, cool. Right, guys. We're just gonna wait a little bit longer before we see if we can get a few more people on. Now. More cowboy. Okay, brilliant. That's all coming through now. Brilliant. Thank you, John. Yes. Reese. Yes. Sounds good. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. I've got something to announce, and you may have seen it already because I did include it in the email. If you got the email that I sent out, it's called the Algo Thunder Mastermind. It's something new I'm doing here on the channel. It's a first. It's a one-off. It's not. I don't know if it's a one-off. It's the first time I'm doing it. It's the first time I'm doing it. And you guys are going to find out all about it today in the live stream. We're going to go through it in detail here. It is something that I sort of do every month, but I haven't done it in this way. And this is going to give, I suppose, a lot more impetus to it. It's going to help it really explode. And hopefully, at the end of it, we can all make a bit of money from this as well. So, right, let's get on with it. I think let's get on with it. I'm going to share my screen. And what I'm going to do here today is go through the whole thing, right? So you're going to see everything from where to go, what it entails, how to get involved, and yeah, look at and where to what we're going to do during this 3-day live event. So let me get up this page here and share my screen. So where's my screen? Here we go. Share screen. Righty ho. So I'm going to get up. I'm going to actually share this Chrome tab. So it's not my screen. So you guys are gonna have to tell me if I let's do it a bit bigger. You guys are gonna have to tell me if, for whatever reason, the screen I'm talking about is the wrong screen. So what you can see in front of you is this is the page that you may have gone to already. So it's called the event's called, and I'm gonna zoom in a bit here, so you guys can actually see it. And I might actually have to bring this across here and move that there. Sorry, I haven't done one of these by myself before, so just learning as we go. So this is the event's called the Algo Thunder Mastermind. Now, I don't know if I couldn't really come up with a better name for it. That was the name I came up with. So it's trying to encompass what this whole thing is all about. And what I'm going to do is go full screen on this. Can I do that? I don't think I can. So it's called the Algo Thunder Mastermind. And the idea is for us to come together as a group and pass and withdraw from funding programs and do it on autopilot. So this is the whole sort of thing that I do. I build trading robots, and I do it in such a way that I'm able to pretty much automate anything and do it in a very quick period of time. So this is why this is a 3-day live stream event. So it's only 3 days, which means you're going to get the automated solution within a week. And I'm going to show you how all that works in a second. So the idea is, we all come together, we get your ideas, and I'll show you how that all happens in a second. We get your ideas, and we come up with a trading algorithm, a strategy based on either one core strategy or a merge of some strategies or just your ideas. We bring those together into an overall trading strategy that is either fully or semi-automated. And at the end of it, it will be configurable enough to make it your own. So what does that mean, and why do we do that? I don't know if you guys have done any funding challenges in the past, but that one of the rules that they have, and I suppose the downside to I mean, it's good for their business and it makes sense. But the downside for somebody who comes up with a trading algorithm that they want to go, hey, look, guys, go and use this to pass funding challenges, is that it doesn't, they have restrictions and limitations on copying trades. So if everyone's taking the same trades, they're not going to allow you to withdraw from that account, or you might pass it, but you can't withdraw because everyone, they're seeing that, 5, 10, 15 people are taking the same trade. So what I endeavor to do is make this robot configurable enough so that you guys can essentially come up with your own way to trade it. Now, how are we going to do this? I've got so many ideas. I sort of do this in pretty much all of my robot. Step further to give you guys like a semi-automated solution where you would control things, and a fully automated solution where you just let it run and play. And then so many sort of different permutations and combinations that you can make the entries and exits appear independent to yourself, albeit they're probably still stacked behind the same kind of trading strategy. Now, if you guys have got questions on this, please lob them in the comments, or sorry, in the chat. And what I'll do is I will go through them and answer them, and might even bring one of you guys on board here, and we go through and answer your questions if you've really got heaps of them. And then we'll have a bit of fun here today. So what I'm going to go through. So I'll go through this page first and talk about how you join it, what it's all about in detail, and then we'll go through the actual components of it and what we're going to do during the 3-day event. Now, you've got 6 days, so it starts in 6 days, right? So it starts very soon. Works out at $33 a day, so it's $99 in total. It goes for 3 days, but at the end of it, you get the downloaded software. You also get instructions on how to do it, and you're going to obviously have access to everything that we do in the 3 days as well. So I've brought on board these 3 guys who you may recognize from the show. So Andy Peters, he's a pro Forex and crypto trader. He's doing my live streams. He's been doing very well in them, actually, making some good profit there on a I think it's Friday for most of the world. It's Saturday morning for me in the New York session. Brandon Abbas, he trades the Asia session. He's actually, in his video, he showed us how he went through and passed a funding challenge. Like, first time around, it was just simple as can be for him. So he's going to come on board as well. And Austin Semenik, who is also just got into these Forex, these funding challenges as well. So he's a funder trader, and he is going to help out as well. So now the way these guys are going to help out, I'm going to host the whole thing. But what they're going to do is they're going to come on board and critique whatever we come up with from a strategy point of view, and the thinking around risk management, the thinking around, I suppose, the viability of the strategy, possible pitfalls, possible downsides. And we're going to use that knowledge to enhance whatever we create. So that's the whole idea here. So these guys are going to come on board at different points throughout the 3 days. Well, in fact, one of them will come on each day and give us some advice around whatever we've come up with. Okay, so so we've got these great guys coming on board, which is fantastic. Now, if you want to find out the sort of detail around how it works and the whole sort of premise, this is it. It just explains it simply. At the end of it, you get whatever we develop. You get one account that you can connect it to, which is connected to the Trading Nut site, and you can, if you want to extend that, you can use something like the free FX Blue Trade Copier service, which means you can copy it across multiple accounts if you need to. So that's what you're going to get at the end of it. You're going to get that download, and you're going to be on the journey and understand exactly how this thing works as well, which is what you don't get with a lot of the black box. If you're going to buy an expert advisor out there, or if you're going to buy like some sort of trading algorithm or an indicator or a signal service, which has got an indicator, then you don't really know what's under the hood. Whereas here, you're going to know exactly what's under the hood, because I'm going to walk you through it step by step. Now, guys, please do feel free to chuck in any questions here. I don't see any at the moment, but we will happily answer them. So this is the structure of the event. Now, we've had to, so it's basically 3 hours a day for 3 days. Okay, so that's what it is to come up with all the information we need to then start building. In fact, I'll start building during the event. So the way it's going to work is day one's going to be strategy discovery. This is going to be next Tuesday, 21st of June, for you guys over there on Eastern, New York time, basically 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, these sessions will be recorded. So if you can't, it's actually at this time of day. So if you can't make the session, then it's, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to watch the recording, or there is a way to get involved before the session as well. And I'm going to show you how you can do that in a second. So yeah, the first session is all about strategy discovery. So we're going to work out which strategies we come up with, and I'll actually show you the presentation I'm going to go through in a second. There's also a cool little tool that I've put in here to help us hone down with a sweet spot for these funding challenges, being able to pass them without breaking the rules and all that sort of thing. So let me see if I can find it here and just show you. So this is what I've created. I won't go through in detail here, but it's a tool here that's going to help you guys. Actually, you can't see it, can you? Because I haven't shared that screen. Yep, exactly. Okay, I'll show you that in a second. So yeah, what we're gonna go. I'll show you that when we go through it. Let me get back to the StreamYard thing here. So yeah, the first thing, let's just highlight these here. We're going to review the funding program requirements, and this is the spreadsheet I'm going to show you, which you guys will get access to as well. Be able to have a play with. It gives us the sort of area to go for the sweet spot of making something that's going to pass a funding challenge. The second one is the strategy, developing the strategy. So this is where you guys are going to get a chance to actually lob in your ideas for getting something automated. So if you've got an idea to automate something, then you're going to have a chance to actually share that with me, and we potentially are going to bring that on here in the stream and get you guys having a look at that and deciding, or essentially voting for what strategy we end up building out into an automated robot. So we're going to get some expert trader advice, and I believe that day we're going to have Andy Peters on. So Andy Peters is going to be in here really at the very beginning, giving us that advice on what strategy we should be focusing on. Right, I'm just going to have a quick drink. A lot of talking here, so the voice is going. Now the next one is to decide on the algo features. So this isn't a be all and end all. So we're going to double check back and look back on the requirements. Are we going to meet them with these features? Is it going to be dynamic enough? So we're going to sort of decide on those, have a list of features that we build into the robot to make it so that you can trade it independently in your own way. Okay, you can come up with your own way to trade it. You can trade it in your own way using the different settings that you can put in there. And these are the features that we're going to build into the spot. So they'll be around like entry, exit, trade management, risk management, that kind of thing. And also semi-automated features as well, where you're able to turn things off, turn things on, and really sort of make this thing your own. So that's what we're going to have at the end of day one. So we're going to have that sort of laid out, and we'll be going, right, we've now got that structure and that strategy that we can build into a robot. So I'm going to spend the next 8 hours, so you're getting 8 hours of my time to make a prototype algo. So that's what day 2 is all about. So day 2 is where we actually bring stuff together and we see how that looks in an algo. Okay, so that means we might have some things on the chart. We might have some things that are, some things that are actually placing trades and managing trades. And so I might have built out a whole bunch of things. Okay, and if I have, it's going to help us with how we go or how we move forward. So we're going to once again bring another trader on board, and this will be Brandon Abbas, to look at how we potentially improve the algorithm. He'll review the strategy beforehand. He'll come on board and go, look, you could potentially think about this or that. Now, this guy trades with a tight stop loss and gets very large risk to reward trades. So it'll be interesting to hear how he can sort of help us get those larger reward trades, which is essential to passing these challenges. Now, so we're going to sort of firm everything up, have a look at how this thing's performing, how it possibly performed in some back tests, or may not at that point have a back test, but we'll definitely be reviewing some of the trades that it's taken on its journey. Once we've firmed everything up, we're going to confirm the entry requirements, the exit requirements, trade and risk management. So we've sort of essentially got most of the core of that robot built. Or at least decided on, and the prototype will be there, giving you guys a feel for how it's going to work. So then we're going to check back in on the requirements. So we're going to see that, are we meeting, or could this meet the requirements of a funded challenge? Could we pass funded challenge and maintain it to essentially, what's the word? Well, get a withdrawal from the funded challenge. Now, the next thing is on day 3. So after day 2, I'm going to go away and test this thing, come up with a way or an approach to trade it. And there will be multiple approaches. Test this thing, see if we can get some early back test results. So this is where I'm going to go back like, a few years in time, run this bot and see if we can get some profitable results. And then the big sort of, I suppose, reveal is, would it have passed the evaluation last month using whatever I come up with or whatever way I decide to trade it? Will it have passed last month? So if it passes last month, then there's a chance it could pass the next month, or you can do a little bit more work to manage the trades to work out what would it have taken, or we can work out what would it have taken to pass last month. And at that point, we're going to decide on final improvements. So do we need to make some final tweaks, add some things in, take some things away, change some things? We're going to bring on Austin Semenick on at that part to really sort of review everything and tell us whether or not he thinks that what we've got there is going to be viable, thinks it will possibly work, if there's something missing from it, something we can add. And at that stage, we're going to go back and check on the requirements again. And if everything's looking good, we will be away with essentially our final build, which I'm going to spend the next 4 days building and then uploading to the members area, where you guys are going to get access to this. You're basically going to get full on access to all the features, everything you need to have in there. And yeah, instructional video, I'll put that up as well. So there won't be a live stream for that, but you'll get an instructional video where you can walk through everything in detail. And essentially, yeah, you'll have this robot for you to use. Now, so it does start in 6 days. Once that timer ticks down, the doors are pretty much going to close. Now, if you're thinking, damn it, I can't make these live events because they are in Eastern time, and to be honest, if there was an event at like 1 o'clock in the morning for me personally, I probably wouldn't attend it. And I know that the Australians are going to need to get up early. The US guys should be all right. Like West Coast, East Coast, you guys should be fine. Canada, South America, you guys should all be good. UK, Europe, it's going to be a little bit late for you guys, but it's actually doable. I mean, it can stay up till midnight. I think the guys that are going to get screwed over, unfortunately, are the guys in Asia. So if it's going to be quite early in the morning for you guys, so look, you can get up in the morning and come, but I have got a solution for you. I am going to record all these live stream sessions here, okay? So these will all be on Zoom. They'll be recorded and uploaded to the members area. I'll show you that in a second. And you guys will be able to, and you guys will be able to work out whether or not you can basically, you won't work out whether or not you can basically, you guys will basically be able to go and have a look at the sessions. And I'll give you an option to feed back into it because obviously you may not be able to attend all of the live sessions, but you at least be able to go in and watch them and see how the thing's progressing, and a way to feedback as well. You're probably going to miss out on the vote, but that doesn't matter because, the majority is probably going to win anyway. So guys, look, this is going to start in 6 days, $33 a day, as I mentioned. So that's basically $99. And really, it's for 7 days because I'm going to be working essentially throughout the whole thing, building, testing, developing, coming up with something very unique for you guys out there. And we're going to see how, see what we come up with. Now, let's have a look at, see if we got any questions. Can you depend on Forex as an only income? I mean, you can. People do. This question here is from, what's his name? Oh, D. He hasn't got a name. Can you depend on Forex as an only income? A lot of people do. A lot of people do, but a lot of people don't. I mean, I don't. I've got this podcast. I've got a whole sort of business around it. If you're going to depend on Forex as your only income, you want to do it in a way that's stress-free, so you're not sort of stressing out on it. That would be my recommendation. So it's one of those things that is a lever to get you into something else, or if you're very, very good at it, you can just do that as is. Hello, Rashid. Thanks for joining. Now let's jump into I'm going to show you. Let me share another screen here, and I will show you that sheet that I was telling you about. So share screen, and okay. So this is the sheet that I was telling you guys about. This is the one we're going to go through. This is going to help us work out what it takes to pass a funding challenge. Now, I'll give you guys access to the sheet. I'm not going to go through it in detail now, but that is essentially going to be part of the program. We're going to go through that. You guys are going to be able to have a play on it, and we're going to try and build something to that so that it can actually give us the most chance of passing the challenge. Other things that we've got going on here, let me jump into the presentation quickly. Let me show you that. How do I share my screen on that one? I'm not very proficient with this thing. Right, so that's the okay. So the presentation. So we're going to go through this presentation here. You can see it there. There's plenty of content to go through, and we're actually going to be building out a lot more than this. This is just the presentation to get us from A to B. So that's going to be as part of the program as well. And what else we got here? I'll show you the members area. Yep, I'll show you the members area. Let's go and share that screen. Where's that? Members area. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the members area, guys. So once you're on board, and as I mentioned, you have got a chance to come in here and share something yourself. Right, so if you can't make the live stream, and in fact, I just urge you to do this anyway. So if you've joined up, to get started and to give us a head start, essentially, I mean, first of all, watch this video that I've recorded for you. You are going to be able to send us your algo strategy idea. So what does this mean? It means you basically, if you've got an idea you want to automate, this is a chance for you to get it automated. Even like part of an idea, if you've got a part of an idea to get automated, or even your own strategy, this is your chance. You've got a chance to get that automated for you by the end of the week after or end of next week, it'll be done. Or at least part of it will be done, or a better version of it will be done. And this is, as I mentioned, the whole premise around this mastermind is that we've got like you guys here able to share your knowledge of the market and get that automated, and this combined mastermind of knowledge is going to help us come up with something that is going to give us a high chance, I'd say a high chance of being able to pass these funding challenges and go on to make withdrawals from them. Now, yeah, so all you need to do is click on this link here, then fill in the form on the other side. Tell us your ideas. You can upload images. You can even probably send a link to a video if you've got one as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff you can put in there around a strategy idea that we can then automate. So I'm looking forward to seeing those. Now, as we go through, we're going to have the replays uploaded here. So a Zoom link will be coming soon to you. So stay tuned for that. So you'll be able to go through and watch the video replay here if you can't make the live stream, or if you missed the live stream for whatever reason. And then you'll get a Zoom link to your email inbox for an invite coming in the next probably few days. I'll start sending them out for those guys that have registered. Now, the final part of the puzzle, and this will be filled in on Monday, the 27th. Did I say July? Oh, I've got July in there. It should be June. Why have I got July? It should be June. So this is June. This should be June. I don't know why I put July. So yeah, on Monday, 27th of June, so literally 4 days after the live streams finish, I'll be uploading the instructions, the downloads, and the account activation. So what you need to do to activate your MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 account. So we might build it for 4, we might build it for 5. If there's a really awesome indicator that somebody sends through and we decide to use that as part of it and it only works on MT4, we may do that. It's going to hinder my testing a little bit because I do all my testing on MT5. But yeah, look, we can definitely look at that as well. And yeah, look, guys, if you do want to unlock everything, so this means, and this is for my Robot Builder Club members as well, so that they basically are going to get this as part of my Robot Lab. So when you join my Robot Builders Club, you've got an option to get 3 months complimentary access to my Robot Lab. There's 40 odd trading EAs in there already, all experimental. And yeah, they're going to get access to the final one that we build here today or next week. And also they're going to get access to the source code of it, which means they can go in and enhance and tweak things, and yeah, make it their own. What I teach in my Robot Builders Club, and I should probably get this up as well. Let me just get it up. Is this tool called FX Streamer, and this is where I build all the things out. And there's actually a video in there as well. So let me share that screen there. And boy, I should mention that you would have seen there is a coupon code that will get you some money off, but you get that money off if you sign up for this anyway. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Where's this? Oh, yeah, FX Streamer. Right. So I'm going to share that screen right now when I can find it. Actually, it's on my, see what I've done. Right. Let's share that. Chrome. Here we go. Right. So this is FX Streamer. So this is where I build this stuff. So yeah, basically, if you guys join, and I'll show you the cart as well. It's probably going to be easier if you guys join the Mastermind. You're going to get a discount on the Robot Builders Club anyway. So essentially, getting the Mastermind and the Robot Builders Club all in one. And I'll show you how that works in a second. The other one is, yeah, you're going to learn the skills with the Robot Builders Club in terms of how I'm able to build out these robots very quickly. So like I've spoken to guys who develop in MQL code, and they are like, this is way quicker, like a million times quicker to do simple stuff. This is a million times quicker. I've been using this for like 8 years or so. It's a long time, and I'm very good at doing it. Very, very good at building this stuff in a way that is extremely dynamic and makes you get from A to B really quickly. So an idea can be put on a chart just like that. Okay, so it's a whole lot of tricks and techniques that I've learned over the years, and that's what I teach in my Robot Builders Club. But yeah, so if you join up to Robot Builders Club, you essentially get this. You'll be able to import it into here, get this, whatever, well, this isn't the one, but this is one that I've built. You'll get whatever we've created, and you'll be able to come in here and like drag and drop things, open things up, do whatever you need to do, change things, add blocks into this, whatever it is. And you'll learn the skills through the course on how to actually amend it. So you'll be able to go in and amend everything and pretty much make this your own full on EA. And that's only this one. There's, like, as I said, there's 40 odd others in the trading, the Robot Lab, which you're going to get access to anyway as part of the Robot Builders Club. So yeah, there's an option to join up for that. There's a coupon code in the members area. There's also a way to get it when you join up with the, what's it called, the Algo Thunder Mastermind. So let me just stop sharing that, and I might just show you the checkout just so you understand how this works. So let's share that tab there. This is it here. Yep. Okay. So in the checkout, if you did want to join up to Robot Builders Club as well, I know the price is a bit different. You are going to save some money on it, and so you're going to save some money out. So there is an option here, just to tick that. If you tick that, then you basically are going to add that to your order. I get taxed here in New Zealand, but that's not the actual price. So it's only New Zealanders that are getting taxed. Yeah, that's going to add that to your order. And if you don't want it, then you keep that off. So yes, agree to the terms, needs to be ticked as well, and away you go. So that's essentially everything in a nutshell here, guys. So look, I'd love to see you guys on board. I'm going to have a look at the questions now, and then we'll see if we'll see what we've got here. Okay. Emmanuel, let's have a look. Can FX Streamer use Renkos or just candles? Yes. Well, yeah, FX Streamer can use Renkos because Renkos are essentially candles, right? So, but the question is, you need to import the Renko candles, or essentially not import, but you need to create the Renko candles in your MT4, and then you just use MetaTrader. Sorry, then you just use FX Streamer to read those candles as opposed to just standard candles. So that's how you do it. So yeah, FX Streamer can use Renko. I mean, with this sort of thing, I suppose having a Renko strategy, it's going to be that the problem with it is it's going to increase the difficulty for everyone to come on board and essentially get the Renko working on their chart. So it's going to make that level of difficulty a little bit harder and a little bit more reliant. So, but please, if you've got a Renko strategy, please feel free to chuck it through because it might get the top vote. Can FX Streamer code indicators? It actually can't code indicators. So it can do scripts and EAs, but it can't do indicators. But it can convert things very quickly from MT4 to MT5, either scripts or EAs. Now, the around indicators, I mean, custom indicators, if you're going to find an indicator for MT4, you want to essentially find the same one pretty much for MT5 or one that works very similar for MT5. So that's probably one limitation. But yeah, you can import custom indicators into there, Oliver. It just can't code indicators. So what I normally do, if I've got an indicator I want to use and it doesn't exist, but I know the code behind it, I can actually, well, have in the past, I'll say I have in the past built it into the EA without using the indicator, if that makes sense. So if the indicator is like an arrow above a candle, I'll just build that into the EA if I need to. And so an arrow shows up. You don't need the indicator. It just pops up there, an FX Streamer. So that's the way I sort of would build around it. Or you can use custom indicators and bring them in to the thing. So, guys, any more questions? Only 2 questions. 3 questions. That's pretty easy. Any more questions? I'll stay online here for a little bit longer to see if you guys have got any more questions here. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. You will learn a thing or two about trading algorithms. If you've never gone into that sort of world, you'll learn about trading strategies, potentially strategies you don't know, or things that other guys have come up with. You'll tap into some of my knowledge as well. Oliver, here we go. Another one from PineScript into custom indicator. No, FX Streamer doesn't do that. No. Okay, so there's I know a couple of guys have looked at taking their EAs from FX Streamer to PineScript. I think, well, they've done something around PineScript. So the PineScript, for people that don't know, is TradingView's language. So let's have another one here. Oh, hang on, let's go with this one. Sorry, sorry here, Oliver. Does EA build by FX Streamer run 24/7? It can run 24/7. Rashid, yes. Essentially, it just MetaTrader runs on your computer, right? Or more, I suppose, more of a better way to do it is to run it through a VPS, which is a virtual private server. You can get those for about like $20 a month, even less than that. If you're only going to run one EA, you could probably, or one MT4, you could probably, or one or two, let's say, you could get it for like between $10 and $20 a month. Okay, so that would keep your PC on 24/7, so you don't need your PC on. You're essentially tapping into a remote computer in some other location, which you may want to put closer to the data center of your broker or closer to the exchange to give you some latency benefits. So that means the speed of connection between your MT4 and the broker server. That will be my recommendation. So yeah, I mean, there's one that I'm using at the moment called Contabo, and I'll drop a link to everyone that comes to the mastermind and show them, like, hey guys, if you want to jump on board and get a VPS to run this thing, then that's what I recommend. But if you keep your computer on at home, if you don't want to go the VPS route, you can keep your computer on at home 24/7, and then let it, just put the software on your MetaTrader, the Expert Advisor it's called, and then that will just do its thing. Now, the downside with that is kids come on the computer or turn it off by accident or overload it by putting their game on there, and then your robot stops working and stops controlling the trade or misses the trade and that sort of thing. So there is some things to think about. Righty ho, what else we got here? Oh, they're coming through thick and fast. What if I have no winning strategy to convert into an EA? That doesn't matter. If you've got no winning strategy, then even if nobody comes up with a strategy, okay, so if nobody suggests a strategy then don't worry. I come up with a strategy every single month, So I will help you guys come up with a strategy. We will come up with something. And look, we've got Andy Peters, we've got Brandon Abbas, and we got Austin Simonik, who could all feed into the strategies. And look, worst case scenario, we will get a price chart up and we'll start looking at things that we could potentially add into a strategy. Now, it might increase the time that the first stream is. So it might bump from 3 hours to maybe 5 hours because we're sort of building the strategy from scratch. But I'm feeling pretty confident. We'll get enough people on board here that we should have a strategy ready for us to, or at least 3 strategies ready for us to vote on, and then focus on one of them, which we think is going to be dynamic enough for us to then, like, make this thing work and get past these funding challenges. Now, just so you know, I have built robots that have passed funding challenges before. So if you're wondering, is it possible? It is possible. Now, the challenge I've had is keeping them sustainable to get the withdrawal as well, and mainly it's because of my problem where I just don't manage. I stopped managing it, and I'm like, hang on a second, I was supposed to be managing that. So sometimes you can manage them, sometimes you don't have to manage them, and they can just do their own thing. But yeah, I have built them to pass funding challenges before, and that would be a 10% gain or a 8% gain with less than a 5% daily drawdown or a 10% max drawdown. So just so you know. Now, what else have we got here? What if no winning strategy? Okay. Best broker for Americans. So one is the one that I use is Hanko Trade. So thank you, boss man. Thank you. You're the second person ever. Thank you, boss man, for a super sticker. Well done. Well done, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, back to this one. Best broker for Americans. So, okay, best broker. So Hanko Trade, like, I've been using them for over a year now, and they've been awesome. I know a lot of guys who are top traders who use them. Doyle Exchange, who's been on the show, he uses them. He was on 2 weeks ago. This guy's like doing the whole thing for a living. So they do require you to have crypto. Good time to get into, well, I shouldn't say this, but Bitcoin's very low at the moment. The price has dropped, if you've noticed. It hasn't hit my level yet. And I tell you what, I told my mates, I said to them, guys, this thing's going to drop. And I told them back in December, and I got out, and they all stayed in till like 2 days ago. And I'm like, I told you. Anyway, so digressing here, best broker for Americans. There's also Traders Way. There's also a lot of guys use FX Choice. What are another ones? So I mean, there's the other sort of bogs, like the guys who are similar to Hanko Trade, like the Hugo's Way and what is it, Cot Forex and that sort of stuff. So let's have a look here at something else. Yes. So existing members can get access to Algo Thunder Mastermind, or is it extra? Okay. Kaif, Kaif's a Robot Builders Club member. So you get access to the good news is, mate, you get access to the build, right? The source code of whatever we build is part of the Robot Lab. So if you've dropped out of the Robot Lab, make sure you join up to it again, because that's where it's going to be dropped. You're going to get access to the build, the explainer video, and the source code. So you're going to get everything, mate, but you're not going to get the mastermind. So if you want to attend the mastermind, see those videos, take part in the strategy development, then you're just going to have to join up for that as well. So that's the extra bit, but you're going to get the build at the end of it. Can a pure no indicator technical analysis strategy be automated? No indicator technical. Yes, it can. Well, to a certain degree, all right? So discretion is a little bit of, well, discretion is discretion, right? And a robot don't do discretion. So discretion is when you say an uptrend. What's an uptrend? You've got to define an uptrend. We've got to come up with a way to work out what is defined as an uptrend, what's defined as not an uptrend, or what's defined as a range. So we can't just say in an uptrend. It's got to be defined. What is an uptrend? Something else could be, like, if you've got a structure of candles. Say, for example, you've got a pennant pattern. A pennant pattern would be very hard, would be on the very hard side to code. Other things like divergence, we can do that. We can add that in. That's not that bad. Things like, which is indicator based, should I say. But yeah, candlestick patterns, simple, maybe 4 candlestick patterns, probably wouldn't go any higher than 4. We could actually build into a robot. So yeah, it would need to be within a region of like discrepancy for it becoming discretionary versus not discretionary. So let's think about this. So for example, a zone could be created. It could be defined. A zone could be defined. An order block can be defined. A liquidity void can be defined. Okay, there are levels of complication around it where it gets a bit more difficult because if you're looking back at things that have happened in the past, say for example you're looking for a liquidity void or an order block, then you've got to define which one am I looking at, right? So there might be multiple of them, and some of them might not be valid anymore. So then you've got to store that information, and you might not be able to store every single one of them. So maybe there's a limitation to how many you store. Maybe you only store, say, 3. And you go, well, okay, well, at least we're going to get a trade on there because we've got 3 options to choose from. Okay, so that sort of hopefully answers your question there, Azibi. Hopefully I got your name right, Joshua. Jamar, what have you got to say here? Will we have unlimited access to videos once the mastermind's over? Yes, you will. It'll be up there in the members area. I don't know when you joined, but I showed that before. I'm going to be up. I'm going to be keeping that there, so you guys will be able to go in there and watch those replays. Watch the explainer video on how the thing works, which I'll build at the end of it. And yeah, it's all going to be up there for you guys to watch. You really think a robot can be that profitable? So when you say that profitable, it doesn't need to be that profitable. All it needs to make is 10% in sometimes in 30 days, sometimes not. So depending on who you go with. So I know City Traders Imperium, I don't think that even they asked for 10%, it's more like 7%. But theirs is like over 6 months. So you got 6 months to get the 7% with the drawdown aspect of it as well. So the sheet that I've come up with gives us a way to do this, which shows that it's actually not as difficult to achieve when you look at it from an R ratio point of view. Okay, so when you look at it from a win rate, R ratio, so like risk to reward kind of thing, and number of trades, you can work out whether or not you're going to be able to get to that level within a month. And look, the reality is, yeah, we may not be able to do it. And the reality is you might get close. And if you get close, or if you stay profitable, you usually get a second chance with these outfits. Now, guys, I'm just about to plunge a coffee that my wife bought in here. I'll show you my coffee plunger. That's it there. Very good. I have about 2 of these a day. Now, what she didn't bring, she bought me this cup that we used for putting paintbrushes in and stuff. So I've got to be. She wants me to drink out of that. Unbelievable. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in here, which is my normal thing.
Excuse me, have you got something to say?
Now she's popped her head into to she heard me. I thought you might be there. No, thank you very much. The coffee's great. Right. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. So yeah, so as I was saying, if you might get a second chance to have a crack at it. You might get a third chance. You might be able to supplement it with some of your own trading or some discretion in there. So, for example, if you you might decide, okay, I'm only going to turn it on for certain periods of time, or you might find that like you're in profit and you know that, well, okay, well, I'm going to take the profit here because this is going to help me get 1% of the or 2% of the growth, or I'm at 7%. I only need 3%. I'm just we're at 2.5. I'm going to cut it there, and then I'm going to wait for another trader. I'm going to try and trade this myself manually. So there's a number of ways you can get there. So you got to sort of think outside the box a bit here as to how you're going to get to that target. And the robot is there essentially to help you get there. If not, do a lot of the grunt work, get you in the trade. Maybe you manage it. So maybe the trades are happening when you're asleep or when you're at work or something like that. So what else? Thanks for the detailed reply, boss man. Well done. If you've got a strategy, or okay, if you've got a strategy in place, what's next? Okay, future Andrew. What's your current name? Anyway, sorry, mate. I don't really understand the question. So if you've got a strategy in place, what's next? Okay, in the program. So once we've got the strategy in place, I'm going to build it out into a prototype EA. We're going to bring that back. So we're going to bring that back to the table. I'm going to show you on a price chart what that looks like, what it's doing. We might have some like objects being drawn on the chart, like arrows or lines or something like that, to see where levels are being hit, what things are going on there. And then after that, I'm going to build it, enhance it even further, and make it into a fully sort of workable EA, which we can then have a look at the historical reports. And then after that, I'm going to build it out even more to make sure that everything's working 100% and doing what it says. We might be building in some like semi-automated tools like buttons on the chart that can essentially be clicked to stop functions or start functions or do things that you want to do to make the thing even more independent for you. So that's, hopefully that answers your question, Andrew. If you've got any more detail around that, please let me know. All right, so the free Rashid, the free robot builder club, I got the email. Can it be used on a funded account? Yes, that one actually can. That one can. So I had a guy who was funded ask me for that robot to, what did he ask? No, he wanted to actually, he paid me for a session to explain how that particular robot worked. And I can't remember the name of the robot now that I put up there because it was a while ago. But he actually asked me for a session to explain how it worked, because he was a funded trader. He wanted to help get somebody else funded, and he thought, okay, well, that robot's probably going to do the job. So let's get a session with Cam and let him explain to me how it's going to work. So that's what we did. I explained how it worked, and I don't know what he ended up doing with it, but yeah, his whole idea was he was going to get his friend funded using that bot. So you could potentially, if you do enough back testing with it, use that one to get you across the line. Thanks, Larry. It was called. Thanks, Larry. All right. How long does the robot last for? The robot lasts for as long as Trading Nut lasts for. Okay. So I'll be honest, you're going to get it connected to your account. Now, if you did join the Robot Builders Club, you'll get the source code and then it lasts forever, right? Because you own the whole thing. But you'll get one account that you can connect it to on MT4 or MT5. And that will, if you want to connect it to more, you can use a mirror copy service like FX Blue have got a free trade copier. That means that they can just copy it onto different MT4s. But yeah, if you want the full thing, like the source code and everything, you can go and edit, get rid of any of the security, then the Robot Builders Club will give you that. So for this, you're going to get it. It's going to be there for the lifetime of Trading Nut, which I don't intend on closing it anytime in the future. So it's going to be there for a long time. Right, Oliver again. Now, isn't this going to be some kind of martingale though? Right? No, it's definitely not going to be martingale. I've done martingale ones before, and I can tell you that it's just it's not good. And well, it's not good for funding challenges. Put it that way. So you can make it work, but it's not good for funding challenges simply because there's usually no stop loss, and funding challenges want to see a stop loss, and you got a higher chance of hitting your drawdown thresholds. Okay, so it can't be martingale. Guarantee it can't be martingale. Thanks for reply. Currently an FTO. So well done, mate. Well done. So this is a client of the Robot Builders Club. So I'm not too sure if you automated what you did, but that's awesome to hear, mate. Awesome. So previously, actually, I've had this question asked before. Have previously built any EA on ICT order block strategy? I vaguely remember doing it, but I can't find the one that I did. I've definitely done it, but I couldn't find the EA that I did. I don't know if I put it up on the Robot Builders Club, Robot Lab, or if I just did it myself and then saw that it didn't work. I've got a funny feeling it was the latter. Did it myself, tested it out, and saw that the results as a straight sort of like, hey, order block, bang, and we go. That didn't work. That said, I haven't done ICT's training. So I don't know how he defines an order block, what other things need to be put around it. So that could be something we do. It could be something we focus on. Right. Nightbot, remember to smash the like button. There you go, guys. If you haven't hit like, remember to smash that like button. Okay, John Palmer, not related to Jamie Palmer, who's just been on the show. Sorry, didn't log on until we were 20 minutes in. The checkout is asking for 99, but oh no, sorry. Okay, sorry, mate. It was so the register is, maybe I need to make that clearer. So the $33 is per day over 3 days. So 33 times 33 plus 33 plus 33 is 99. So yeah, so it's $99 for the 3-day event plus the download. The $33 is what it works out a day. Maybe I need to make that a bit clearer on the page. Sorry about that. I will actually update the page to highlight that. Rashid, this is the monthly percentage gain on the free robot. What is the monthly percentage gain on the free robot? Actually, I've never really looked into it because this was one I sort of built before funding programs even really exist or took off. So I'm not 100% sure what the monthly percentage gain on it is, but I think it's only been, I only put it up there on one pair. So so the beauty with doing these bots is that you can, if the strategy works okay on one pair, it might not even work that well across the board. But in any given month, if you combine 24 pairs and you run it across 24 pairs on one MT4 account, you can reach these profit targets. So by expanding out what you run it on is going to give you, maybe it's only going to make like 1 or 2 trades on a pair every month with a 70% win rate and make 1R. That may be enough to get you that 10% growth. Okay, so with the 70% win rate. Was confused on the 7. Okay, right. Sorry. I've got to get better at this. You're confused on the 7-day agenda. Okay, right. I've got to update the page then to just say it's $99. Yeah, the 7-day. I was trying to make it this. I had to do 7 days. It took me a while to work out how I was going to land on this. To do it, I was planning to do 2 live sessions a day. And I just thought that was going to be too much. I was probably going to get absolutely annihilated by the second live session. I'd just be like completely screwed. So I figured that I'd stick to the 1 session and then do the majority of the building afterwards. And I was actually going to do it on day 4. I was going to do it on day 4, and I ended up. Sorry, I'm just going to have a drink. I ended up thinking it was probably more beneficial for you guys if I waited a bit and did it on day 7, and because I think I reckon I could build the whole thing in 4 days. That's how confident I am. But I thought I'll give it 3 days. At least maybe I can sort of reset my mind and make sure everything is 100% for you guys when it drops. Okay, because I don't really want a whole bunch of support issues where the thing doesn't work. So I want to make sure this thing is 100% working for you guys when it drops. So that's why I gave myself like 4 days after the main event. So that's it. Okay, brother, do you analyze gold? Okay, I will come back to that. At the end of this, I will analyze gold for you, and I'll give you my view on gold. Will this... so that's a Mazd. I'm sorry, I'm not good at names, guys. You know that from the show. I always screw them up. I remember somebody in the comments said once, he said, classic trading, always something about the names, always screwing up the names. Right. Will this be open to indices? Yes, it will. So we can definitely, it'll be open to indices. So the way I'll build it is that there'll be no restrictions on what pairs you can trade. Crypto, you could trade it on stocks. If your broker has stocks, you could trade it on indices, gold, any pair on the MetaTrader platform, CFD or otherwise, as long as it's on their MetaTrader platform. Now, if you're not a MetaTrader user, the way I sort of see it is it doesn't really matter because you're not going to be doing any charting, or you're not going to be doing a lot of charting. Do your charting somewhere else. Come use the robot on MetaTrader. It doesn't matter. It's just making it automated. So that's the way I sort of look at it. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for questions. Let's see if we can get a chart up here with gold on it. Bitcoin is back at 22. Right, gold. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on a second. Let me just find it. Okay, right. Let me share this gold chart. You will be doing an interview with me next time. Who's this? Nicozo. Oh, sorry, mate. I probably screwed your name up. Okay, right. Sorry, let me get this gold chart up, guys. Just got on, brother. So, right. Well done, Don. Just got on, brother. So the EA will be $99. Essentially, the EA will be $99. It's, yeah, if you want to call it that, the EA will be $99, but the whole experience is $99. So the Mastermind is in there as well. So, right, awesome stuff, mate. I look forward to seeing you on there. Be sure to chuck your strategy in there as well. So let's share this gold chart. Gold. Where are we? Okay. Right, that's on there. So I'm just keeping an eye. Okay, I'm here. I'm in. I'm here. All right, cool. All right, this is a must. Right, so you want to see gold, right? Let's have a look. Okay, so what do you want to know? What time frame do you want to know? Like, what kind of trade are you looking for here? A must. Are you looking for an entry on a an hourly chart, or how high are you looking, or what kind of duration are you looking for the trade to run in? What was with the gap here? That's the weekly gap. Jeez. Let me know. So let's have a look. Where are we at? Okay, so straight away, I'd say it's looking bullish. Straight away, no doubt about it. Okay, so let's just draw. Yeah, this is looking very bullish to me. Now, guys, just to let you know, I can't say a lot about what I know because I'm under NDA. Hence why I don't ever really talk about my trading. So this is looking very bullish. There's a few reasons on here that I see. At least two solid ones. One of which you can see on the chart there is that trend line. And this is on a weekly point of view, okay? So the question is, where are you going to get in? I think you missed the best entry already, which was down here. So let's have a look at a daily. Actually, sorry, let's have a look at a weekly again and just double check. Okay, so yeah, we might struggle a little bit. Oh, damn it. We might struggle a little bit around here. We can see we already struggled, so we hit there and we've bounced all the way back down. Now that we've hit it, though, we might struggle for a little bit, to be fair, to get past that. And then the next point will probably be here, and then the next point will probably be up here. Sorry, up here, and then the next point will probably be here. But I think, like, overall, we're probably bullish. And let's have a look here. From a daily point of view, if you're going to try and trade today, NDA or what? NDA for what? Oh, for everything I know about the charts, pretty much. Because what's the saying? Because after FMOC, it's going to be more. All right, so you want the day? Yeah, because FMOC was. Yes, I mean, Oliver, I know that's the thing. Like, so I can't say anything about my my trading really. I mean, I'll tell you what I do. I mean, I trade. I can tell you what I trade. I'll tell you here. So, I mean, I trade on the Euro US dollar and the FTSE 100 on a 1 minute chart every day. That's what I do. Some days are great. Some days are not so great. I'm still overcoming. Like 1 minute is very hard. It's very hard, but I know I've got all the skills to be able to do it now. And it's just the consistency thing and getting the psychological hurdles that I've got to get over, which I'm almost there. I'm close. I'm very close. I'm very close, but I'm enjoying it, which is the main thing. Right. Sorry, answer this question. You're allowed to say who put you under NDA. No, I'm not. I'll tell you this much though. They've not been on the show. Right. Let's have a look at gold here. So sorry, let's gonna delete that one. Right, so let's have a look. Yeah, I would say that we are looking very bullish here, albeit, you know, you can see here that there's a zone here that we're gonna struggle with. Where's my box? So this area of like orders is going to be tough to break through. So if I was going to have a best guess, it would be that we would probably come back here to this trend line and we would bounce up here. If we don't go up, I think we'd bounce up here. Oops. And then we would bounce back maybe to here where we are now, and then that would be our next chance to then get through. I think we probably get up there before we get a reaction. This is assuming that I don't know what's going on in here, so let's just say we get back down to that level there, and then we probably push to here before we probably see a little bit of a down move. That would be my guess. So if you're looking to get in, I'd be saying this would be your best entry for a buy at the moment. So that would be my analysis on gold. Let's have a look at these comments. After FMC, because they make the interest rate hike, must be a need down, but it's going up. That's what, yeah. So I see up purely on technical, ignoring any kind of fundamental. Like somebody made a good point the other day around, and I can't remember who it was actually, but they said that technical was, I think it was on an interview. It may not have even been released, but it was a guy had said that like all of the fundamental was built into the candlestick. So why would you not? That is your fundamentals. Your fundamentals are essentially the candlesticks because that is what has happened, and it's 100%. Whereas the fundamental news is all opinion. And I mean, okay, yeah, the interest rate is an interest rate, but it is, it's gone up or down. But everything else that's like a, some so speech is just an opinion on what they said. So anyway, what's the main reason for the bullish? You can explain to me. I think disturb you. Sorry if I'm birthing. I hope you're not birthing. I think you mean bothering. So what's the main reason? The main reason is that, okay, I can't really say the main reason, but there's a good reason on the weekly. Let's have a look at the monthly. And there's a good reason on the daily for it to be going long. The monthly, we're in this month here, aren't we? And yeah, monthly confirmed that it was probably the prior month confirmed that it was going to go long. Yeah, the prior month said we're looking for buys. That's the way I see it. Overall, yeah, and there's nothing really on the monthly saying that we're not going up. There's nothing saying we're not going up. So there's nothing like saying we're really going down. So yeah, definitely. In fact, there might be some stuff saying we're going up on the monthly. Not really, but I'd say yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll be saying we're going up. That's purely from what I know. And look, hey, I might be wrong. Where are we going to go up to? Yeah, probably that where I've got the highlighted there is looking like the most logical point, possibly. Yeah, actually, no, I'd say they're probably going to go up to about. We'll get a reaction. About here is where my guesses will get a reaction. Right. Sorry, we digress. Hopefully that was helpful in some way, shape, or form, Asmad. Let's have a look. Any final questions here, guys? Any final questions before we wrap up? Guys, I'd love to see you on board. Let's just share this final page again to show you know where to go. There is a link below this video to get access to it. Where is it? Yeah, there's a link below this video to get access to it. I will update this. So yeah, $33 a day for 3 days of the mastermind. But yeah, the 7th day, you actually get the download. I should say plus download or something. Head over there, tradingnut.com. There's actually a link in the top. There's also a link in the, oops, you're not going to see that. There's a link in the sidebar as well and a pop-up. So if you want to click on that, there's also some links on the pages as well. So if you get far enough down the page, you've got this link here as well to get you there. So guys, I'd love to see you on board. In the meantime, and this thing pops up as well, there's tons of links. I'd love to see you on board. So guys, if you are wanting some content though, we got this stuff coming up. So this has just been released with Jamie. Awesome guy and an awesome trader. Really resonated with what this guy had to share. That's up there now. There is this one coming where he actually breaks it all down on a price chart, and you do see proof of his 585 trades with a 98% win rate. So definitely worthwhile going and checking that out as well. And that's popping up later on tonight. Guys, final questions here. Before we wrap up, I'm going to be thinking, what does this guy know every time I listen to your podcast now? Very good, mate. Very good. Just subscribe to your channel. Thank you, brother. Okay, cool, mate. Because you respect your audience. Thanks. Awesome, mate. Hey, look, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Love to see you on board. And until next time, have a great trading day, and we'll see you in the markets.